39 out of 39. And we welcome his experience back into cabinet. I want to offer counsel to the country that allow politics to remain in the yards of politicians. The country must leave for work and do what you have to do instead of engage in so much commentaries and so much engagements that will do nothing to prosper the country except holding back and spinning negativities. The Honorable Rainbow Paita is the leader of our party. I want to congratulate the group of leaders who form into what is now our party. They bring to the table and to the coalition government membership up to 14. 14 is a substantial block in the context of numbers. You ask me why we need numbers this late or mid into our term of parliament. Today, for instance, this year, for instance, is no ordinary year. We are in our 50th anniversary. This government is running into our 6th year in office. We took leadership by storm in 2019. The Honorable Paita was amongst myself, the Honorable John Rosso, the Honorable Henry Leonardisi, and the few of us who are present today. We decided to change the course of this country in 2019, especially on substantial matters dealing with economic benefits and national entitlements in respect to resources that is harvested in our country. This work is ongoing. Major reforms that is taking place through policy must find place in legislative promulgation. And legislative promulgation will require numbers to be passed on the floor of Parliament. There are few numbers that is required. An ordinary act of Parliament by a Parliament of 118, we need only 59. But constitutional laws requires about 79 members of Parliament. And in the context of 2025 as our 50th anniversary and some of the substantial reforms we want to do, resource law promulgation and passage on the floor of Parliament, the decentralization laws that needs to be tidied to bring to Parliament, and some of the substantial reforms, whether it's in public service, Bougainville issue, or as I mentioned earlier, decentralization and other laws, or the court restructure, for instance, that is currently taking place. Monumental change that this government has initiated, where we will entrench three higher courts in our country. This will require again constitutional law numbers to be maintained on the floor of Parliament. In the context, our party showed a commitment to work with us again. When they rejoined Parliament in November, they weren't hesitant in holding back their numbers. They deployed their numbers to assist government pass key constitutional laws. A measure of loyalty is not seen on everyday conversations in Facebook and in media and engagements, but it's really seen on the transaction of numbers voting with government on the floor of Parliament. And the latest, when Parliament said, we saw our party fulfilling their oath of allegiance to our coalition, deploying their numbers full strength to the vote with few constitutional laws that took place. In this regard, there was only one cabinet portfolio that was open, available at this point in time, and one parliamentary secretary or vice minister that was available at this time. And both have been there before. I have offered the two positions that was vacant to the party to decide on which two leaders become a vice minister and a minister. Earlier today, the party did transmit information to me that the party leader, and of course, Honorable Solan Loifa, will be appointed, and I was pleased to sign the instruments and hence the appointment of these two leaders into the office of Vice Minister and Minister responsible. They will both be Vice Minister and Minister assisting the office of Prime Minister. In the meantime, the next 2 weeks, I will sit with all ministers and all department heads going through expectations of the country. We have issued KRS to all ministers. We expect performance. We've issued key performance indicators to all department heads. We expect performance. We're not here passing time to build government. My government, the Marape Rosso government, the Pangu government is 6 years old. We expect delivery on outcomes our people expect. expect. And so we will, myself and DPM, will assemble a team from central government, especially constituted of Treasury, Planning and Finance, will sit in with myself and DPM. And for the next 2 to 3 weeks, after tomorrow's cabinet, I will charge all ministers on the expectations on them, the requirement of presenting to myself and DPM the outputs that we have delivered thus far the last 6 years. Then after that assessment, I will then restructure government to take us through the half of this term so that we deliver on what is expected of our people, and that is better service delivery as our people expects. So it is with this regard that I welcome the Minister and the Vice Minister. They will be known in the meantime as Minister assisting the Prime Minister and Vice Minister assisting the Prime Minister in matters that I will charge on them tomorrow as we convene before Cabinet. Specific allocation of special project works will be conferred to all of them so that they are on deck delivering on certain expectations of government that I feel we have been lagging behind for some time. That's all from me. Thank you very much. Congratulations, leader of our party. Welcome back to the ranks. And Vice Minister, welcome back to the ranks. I had a fair consultation with the Pangu Party senior leadership and Pangu Party members. I want to say thank you to the greater members of Pangu Party who gave their unanimous support to this appointment. And of course, our members of our party are not new to us. They've been part and parcel of us. And their constitutional rights were discharged, and they decided to have a play in the opening up of the 18 months grace period. Now they decide to forego this place, especially this year, 50th anniversary year. Time is flying. We cannot afford to be playing around. Our country needs concentration of work. At the time when our nation is focused towards 50th anniversary celebration, I want to thank the leadership of our party, leaving self, leaving ambitions, leaving personal interest, but coming back to ensure they bring the issues they have close to their heart that cause them to leave, bring back into mainstream government and contribute from inside than from outside. And I just want to commend the maturity that is shown by a total 14 members of our party, as well as the party leader in that consideration. For us in Pangu Party, we know all of you, and however, having known all of you, we don't take your presence back in government for granted. We're looking forward to your contribution in matters you feel are important that needs to be had. So we want to welcome you back. And I guess I speak for our ruling party leader and Prime Minister, and I will ask the leader of our party to make a statement.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Firstly, I think on behalf of myself and our party, 13 of us, including the recently appointed Vice Minister, I thank the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister, including the senior regional members who are present here as well, Honorable Joe Sungi and some of the very senior members in Pangu Party, to be able to allow this process to conclude and inclusion of our party into cabinet and for us to contribute where we can. I just take this time to thank on behalf of the party and the party members, including our executives as well. I think Prime Minister has covered everything that needs to be said. We are here to contribute and bring stability, and we don't take this occasion for granted. We will try our best to contribute where we can, and where we are placed, we feel that we can contribute as a team, not just as an individual, as me as Minister or the Vice Minister, but Prime Minister, behind you, I think we have 14 members who can contribute wherever you decide to place them. And I thank all the ministers also who joined this occasion with you, Prime Minister, DPM, on this occasion. Thank you for welcoming us back, and your presence here also means a lot to us as well. So Prime Minister, we are here to support you. Thank you very much.